Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I wanted to do a couple of different types of videos here. So today, in this video, we're going to answer the question of will I get the job, okay? And it's up to you to pick, if you're interested, if you have this question on your mind, you have to pick between 3 decks, and then I'll do 3 separate readings, okay, with each deck, and you'll get your answer, okay? It's a little bit closer, somewhere in between an open general reading and a private reading, okay? So somewhere in between, so I hope it helps. So we have deck number 1, the Tattoo Tarot deck. We have deck number 2, the, Arcanum Tarot deck. And we have deck number 3. This is the Wonderland Tarot deck, the Alice in Wonderland Tarot deck. Okay? So take a second, take a deep breath, and just pick deck 1, 2, or 3 in your mind. Will I get the job? And we'll get started, okay? So, deck number 1. Will I get the job? Let's have a look. Okay, right, let's turn it around. 2 more cards. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we do have the Knight of Swords, so this is fast-paced movement. It can indicate victory through perseverance, and not backing down and not taking no for an answer. Okay, so yeah, persevere and do not take no for an answer. So current situation, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Now I'm getting this that for some of you you're going back to work from maternity leave, or you're going back to work after a time when you worked for yourself, or you're looking for a job or a better job. This can also apply for promotion, okay? So you're not necessarily unemployed, but you'd like to do better, okay? The situation is, with this being a 9, you've gone as far as you can go, whether that is you've stretched your finances as much as they'll go, or you've gone as far as you can go in a current situation, so it's just time to move up or move to something else. The challenge, we have the 9 of Swords. So the challenge with the 9 of Swords, for some of you, I feel you may have been looking for a job for a long time, or trying to get this job or get this promotion, whatever this is, okay, however it applies, and you're starting to lose hope, okay, or you've started to lose hope a while ago, and now you're at the point where you just don't believe it's ever going to happen. All right, mindset is crucial with the Knight of Swords and the 9 of Swords. We have a lot of swords in your reading. For those of you who've chosen this deck, that means your mind is your best asset or your enemy. All right, so you create what you think of, and you create what you give attention to. So that's why it's very important to focus on what you want. Don't give up, do not back down. If you get a no here, don't let that throw you off, okay? And don't get me wrong, I understand that's easier said than done, but get yourself in this mindset of, okay, this didn't work, what else can I try? There's got to be a way, I just need to figure out what it is. You know, I know I'm going to get this, I just need to figure out how. I know I'm going to get this, I just need to come at it a different way. What else can I try? Who else can I talk to? Where can I go? You know, so it's that kind of attitude of keep yourself going, keep yourself motivated, and don't let a no or a block or an obstacle stop you, okay? In the foundation, we have the 6 of Swords. So you may be looking for a job in a new city, or you may be looking for a job because you've moved, or you're interested, or you would be open to moving for a job, okay, is what this is. But ultimately, the 6 of Swords is telling me that you want to get a new job, or the promotion, however the new job applies, because you just want to move out of a bad environment, an unsatisfying environment, Okay, maybe you're dealing with toxic people, maybe you're dealing with people who don't have your best interest at heart, maybe you're dealing with a situation where you're not valued, you're not appreciated, or maybe you're dealing with a situation where you're struggling financially, and you've been struggling financially and trying to make ends meet for quite some time now, and you're looking for this job, or this job would represent the end of that. Okay, no more going back and forth, no more up and down. Okay, something that would be streamlined. All right. In the past, we have the Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, you know, this was when you started the process. For some of you, when you started the process, you were very enthusiastic, you were very much action oriented. I'm going to get this done and I'm going to do that, very inspired. But I feel that because of all the back and forth, or because of all the delays, or because of just one block after another, that enthusiasm has kind of gone away. And for others of you, the Ace of Wands represents, for some, what I'm getting is this is an offer that you've rejected in the past and you're still beating yourself up about it. Okay. But with this, if that's the situation you're in, they're telling me that if it was really meant for you, you would have it. Okay, so don't beat yourself up if you said no to an opportunity. You don't know really what it would have brought you. Okay, maybe you could have found yourself in the exact same situation. So it's not to say that just because you had an opportunity that you said no to, that opportunity was the opportunity of a lifetime. All right. Also, the Ace of Wands for some of you is a conversation that was had. Something was agreed in principle. It was something to the effect of, you told someone, hey, I'd be interested in something more, I'd be interested in more work, more responsibility, more hours, more money, whatever. And they said, okay, great, we don't have anything right now, but I'll keep you in mind. And then nothing else happened, or if something did come up, it went to someone else. And so that got you angry, and then you started to lose hope of, well, no one's really listening to me, no one really cares. Okay, that is affecting your chances, and it's affecting the speed at which you find a job. Okay, in the crowning thoughts, we have the Six of Wands. So this is where you need to be. Okay, and you have the Six of Swords in the foundation and the Six of Wands on the mind. So mindset is key. Mindset is crucial, and attitude. Okay, the Six of Wands is a winner. He stands out. Because he's a leader, because he takes the bull by the horns. He's a leader because he takes charge of a situation. He's a leader because he doesn't back down, because he knows what he wants and he goes out for it. Okay? He is inspired, and he inspires other people because he sees himself as the boss he wants to be. He carries himself as the boss he wants to be. He becomes the boss. Okay, that's kind of how this comes up. In the outcome, we have the Page of Swords. Now, this is a conversation for some of you that you need to have, especially if you have a lot of air in your chart. But we all have air in our chart somewhere, so don't get stuck on that. But this is a conversation that needs to happen. You've been holding back. You've been going back and forth. You've had this conversation in your mind. You need to have the conversation with the person, okay? With the boss, with the whoever is in charge or can get you what you want. I'm also getting that speaking face to face might be more beneficial than calling people or emailing people, if that's possible. But ultimately, the Page of Swords does represent contracts, negotiation, contract, offer, okay? That's official, that's legal, that's, comes with paperwork and so on and so forth. So it would be the job, it would be the contract. You do have to take charge and start the conversation with this attitude, okay? It's not about being cocky and being impossible and being in people's faces. It is about being confident, knowing that you have a lot to bring to the table, and knowing that you would be an asset for that company or an asset in that position, and then acting like you know that, okay? Because that lets other people know that, okay, she really thinks, or he really thinks they're going to be an asset. Let me see what they've got. You know what I mean? When you believe in yourself, other people believe in you, because it's like something weird happens when you see someone who's very confident. They may not have their stuff together, they may just look like they do, but when you see someone who's confident, that makes you think, you know, I don't see it, but if they do, maybe it's there, you know, and they want to give it a shot, or they want to look into it. So that's what I'm getting here. That's the kind of attitude. And in terms of when, it just depends when you go after it, okay? With the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, things can't really move forward very quickly unless this conversation is had with this mindset, with this attitude, okay? But if you do take the guidance and apply it as best as you can, this will be sooner rather than later, because the Knight of Swords is fast energy, okay? So I can see that you're feeling a little bit down, or a lot down, a little bit like giving up, depressed, sad, disappointed. That is what is holding you back. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here and preaching. We're all, you know, human. We've all been there. But really, when we give up on ourselves, no one else is going to take a chance on ourselves. You know what I mean? So mindset and attitude is key, and there is a lot you can do to get this job or to get this promotion. Okay? Okay, I hope that helps, and good luck. And now we're going to move on to deck number 2. Deck number 2. For those who've chosen the deck, will they get the job? What can you say? Those who chose deck number 2. Answering the question. Will they get the job? Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the Magician. So if you're not scheduled for an interview yet, this is saying that I feel like within the week for some, and for others it's within the month, there will be at least one important conversation, or there will be several opportunities for interviews and negotiations, okay? The Magician is also a very confident energy. The Magician goes into any meeting with confidence, with charisma. Again, it's like you want to be the boss, walk and talk like the boss. And people will think you're the boss, or they will think you're boss material because you think you're boss material. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, current situation, the Emperor. For some of you, you are already in conversations with this Emperor, or they have their eye on you, okay? If it's something brand new, then you're in conversations, having conversations. If it could also be that you are, you know, speaking to them on the phone or emailing back and forth. This could also be, it's usually someone who comes from the company directly as opposed to going through an agency. But if it is coming through an agency, it would be someone very high up in that agency, okay, a recruitment agency. Or this is about managerial roles that maybe you're going for, or supervisor, managerial, something with power of decision and authority. Or it may be something to do with government rules, legislation, permits, paperwork in terms of visa, documentation of any kind in that field. Anything to do with army, police, security. Okay. And like I say, for some of you, you're not aware that this person has their eye on you, or for others, this person will come across your resume or your CV or whatever, however, very, very soon, because this is in your current situation, I would say within the week. And for others of you, this is, you work in the same company with this person, and it would be an internal move or a transfer, as it were. But I do feel that I'm seeing someone being handed a resume. So they're sitting there looking at resumes and someone's handing them your resume, okay? So if that is the case, make sure it's tip-top shape, make sure it's up to date, make sure that it sticks to the facts, okay? Don't try to, make it flowers, trees, butterflies, this and this and this and this, and going from the emperor is a fact man. So stick to the facts. Stick to the facts, to the numbers, to the why should I get this job? This is what I have to bring to the table. This is why you think you should give me the job, okay? And that's how you get the emperor on your side, okay? That's how you get him to give you what you want. And of course, confidence. Believe that you can do it. Portray that belief, that confidence, and he'll give you what you're asking for, because he will say, okay, you believe in yourself so much. I've looked at your resume. I want to give you a chance. I want to see what you can do. Impress me. There may also be that kind of conversation in terms of a trial run or a test or something like that, okay? Or a presentation you may have to put together or something, okay? In the challenge, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So like I say, for some of you, you've already had conversations with this person and now you're waiting for them to decide or waiting for them to schedule in an interview for you. For others, this energy talks about the fact that the job you're going for or the department or the field that it's in, usually there's a lot of bureaucracy, there's a lot of red tape, and everything takes time. Okay, so that's what you have kind of up against you, as it were. All right, it's just a little bit of a heads up that if this is what you're going for, be prepared with patience and do not let your confidence drop at any point, no matter what, okay? In the foundation, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, I'm seeing this as, for some of you, it is a transfer. You've been in the department you're in as long as you can. You've taken, you've done everything you could there. You have gotten as much out of it as you can. For others of you, I feel like you're retiring from one type of work and you're going into the private sector, especially if it comes to security or project management, being a freelancer, however that applies. Because you call the shots for your own business, okay? You might be setting up your own business and going for projects, and that's your will I get the job. Or even government funding is what I hear for some of you, okay? So it's just keeping it in mind. But it's your own, it's your baby, it's your business. For others of you, I feel that this is, you've graduated or you've completed some sort of important training or degree, or you got a diploma or something, and so that's why you're now looking for a different type of job, a different type of work. And for others of you, you're going into business with your father or a father figure, or your father's putting you in touch with the right people, or they could be putting you in touch with the right people, or you're joining the family business. Okay. In the past, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is talking about, being on a budget. For some of you, it's being on a budget while you've been searching for a job, being in between jobs. And of course, it is restricting, it is limiting, unpleasant, to say the least. Maybe your family's been helping you out, okay? Now you have to pay them back or something like that. For others of you, the Four of Pentacles tells me that the situation you're in, the job you're in, or your previous job, okay, that you're about to move away from, was okay, financially speaking, but you just want more, or you need more at this time, okay? It was okay for a while, but then it wasn't. So that's why you need the change, okay? And for others, you've put a lot of your own money into this, whatever this is. If it's an idea, if it's a project, if it's a business, you've put a lot of your own money into it, which is why, it's difficult just being patient. In the crowning thoughts, you have the Temperance card. So patience is key. Take it one day at a time. I get the sense that for some, you've done everything you were supposed to. Now it's just the waiting game. And for others, this is saying keep going, keep talking to people, keep applying, what you've been doing is working. So keep it up until you get the answer you want, okay? So don't rest on your laurels, and don't feel like, okay, I've done enough, I can stop now and just wait for the responses to come in for what I've done until now, okay? Just keep going. Just keep going. In the outcome, we do have the Six of Wands, victory card, getting what you want, being crowned the victor, getting the job, getting the promotion, especially if it's anything to do with leading something, leading a project, leading a team, a department, a big task, other people. For some, I am getting that, and again, I'm getting like military, security, jobs where you're the problem fixer, authority, power of decision. Travel may be involved, or there's international work, okay, international projects. And of course, you know, you have your security, the military, the police, that is also coming up. Or again, the lead in something if you're not going for a police role. But yeah, I'm getting, for you, I'm getting very strongly that it's not in your hands anymore. That it's not in your hands, okay? You kind of have to wait until things come together just right. You're not going to have to wait long. And if there is nothing else that you can do, if you are waiting for a decision, if you are waiting for an interview, if you are waiting for results or something like that, keep yourself busy doing something productive, or just keep applying until you get the answer. Keep applying until you get the opportunity, the invitation, the interview. Okay, because it is coming. With the Magician, again, for some it's within the week, and for others it's 4 to 6 weeks. Okay? It just really depends on how things come together, because it is on divine timing. But you being confident about it and acting like the boss you want to be, okay, will definitely help things along, will definitely speed things up. All right? But don't try to force anything, don't try to push anything, rush anything, especially if you're dealing with authorities or the government, or it's not going to go well. Just put your best work forward, your best foot forward. Be confident, be charismatic, and you'll get what you want. Okay? And deck number 3. And listen, if you can help me with timestamps, that would be great. And I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, deck number 3. Will I get the job for those who chose deck number 3? What do they need to know? I feel like you're nervous. It's difficult to catch my breath. I feel like you're very nervous, or it's that anxiety that you feel when it's almost like, you know, that feeling when you feel like you can almost grab it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You can almost grab it. It's just a little bit out of reach, and that makes you a little bit anxious, okay, and a little bit like riled up. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords talks about a bit of a wait time. For some of you, you may also be doing a lot of reading, a lot of writing, study, training of any kind. You know, it could be like, you know, you get some training in Excel. I mean, it doesn't have to be like proper training or going to school actually, okay? It's just studying, learning, researching. And of course, it can also indicate a bit of a wait time. For some is also what I'm getting is you're waiting for the funding or you're waiting for the money if this is your own business. Especially if it's anything to do with healing, spiritual work, or a creative endeavor that's linked to healing or spiritual work. So let's say you're writing a book about astrology, or you're writing a book about tarot, or you're studying, you know what I mean? Or you're doing like how-to classes or something like that, okay? And I feel like you're waiting for the money, you're waiting for the funding. Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. These flew out together, but I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles as your current situation and the Six of Pentacles is what's going to help or hinder you. The Two of Pentacles is you've had to juggle finances. This is being on a budget. This is, taking from, what's the phrase? What is it? Robbing someone to pay someone else? But I can't remember the names. Robbing Peter to pay John, I don't know. But you know what I mean. And this is what you've been doing until you hear back about the money, or until you hear back about the job, or until you get an interview. Okay, you've been doing a lot of juggling, especially financially, to keep yourself afloat until you get yourself that new job or the money that you're waiting on. Okay, you might have been or you might be working 2 jobs, or you're doing a 9-to-5 in your own business, okay, or a sideline situation, or a proper, a 9-to-5 and a weekend job, a 9-to-5 and a, I don't know, what else, you know what I mean, to get money. Tutoring for some, I hear, as an additional source of income. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. I do see the Six of Pentacles as the decision coming in, the finances being granted, the budget being granted, the loan being granted, if it's a business loan especially. This is promotion for some of you. It could take 6 days or 6 weeks. It doesn't feel like that far off, though. So 6 days, or the 16th, or the 26th is what I'm getting. That might be important, okay? But this is money being granted, or what you have asked for being granted, what you have applied for being granted, what you have requested being granted, okay? In the foundation, we do have the Ace of Cups. For some of you, the Ace of Cups is a partnership. The money is coming to you through some sort of partnership, or this is sponsorship, funding from a sponsor or something like that, or patrons, or GoFundMe things, or even like Vimeo stuff, you know what I mean, where other people support you, okay, being successful through other people or with the help of other people. For others of you, it is to do with healing. It is to do with self-development, psychology, or maybe that's what you're studying, okay, or studying techniques, whether it's marketing techniques or advertising techniques, techniques about how to sell your product or how to present it, how to, make it appealing. If you've been doing that already, it will help you, okay? And if not, maybe look into it. With the Ace of Cups, I also see, again, benefiting through other people. So Focus on your networking. Focus on even your social circle, okay? Ask them to spread the news, spread the word, you know, I'm looking for this and that, or I need support with this and that, okay? That would be very helpful. In the past, we have the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, you're definitely working on your own job, whether your own business, whether it means getting it off the ground at this time or just making it more successful or more stable so that you can quit a job and just focus on your business. For those of you, this is the bank you've been speaking to, or the lender, or I also get fundraising for some of you that you could do, that you could try. Giveaways. So yeah, you've been speaking to a banker or a broker. And that's the person you're waiting to hear back from. Or it could even be if you have already interviewed for a job, you're waiting to hear back on that. And we have healing, esoteric arts, but also real estate, property, anything to do with finance, financing, even working in payroll or stuff like that. For some of you, that's what you're working on, that's what you're going for. And I do get that for some of you, you have had interviews and are waiting to hear back on the result. And for others, you have applied and maybe got a response of, yes, thank you for your application, we're reviewing it and we'll give you a call. Or you're waiting to hear back on stuff that you've applied on that you feel very confident about. In the crowning thoughts, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is official news. Of course, this is what's on the mind, you know, the official news, the notification of, hey, you got this or you got that, this is the contract, this is the approval. Also, for some of you, I'm definitely getting either this is what you're looking into or this is what could help you. Teaching, reading, presenting things yourself, studying, training, whether you're getting trained or you're doing the training. Also speaking with the government or government institutions, whether it's banks, or again financial institutions, or trusts, kind of tying in with real estate, asset management, wills and trusts, where you manage other people's money, investment management, or whatever it's called. Okay? Now, in the outcome, we do have the Page of Swords. And again, the Page of Swords is the contract that you have to read in detail, discuss, negotiate before you sign on the dotted line. It is coming. So again, I'm getting anywhere between 2 weeks to, I'm not getting 6 weeks though. What's 6 weeks time? Virgo, we would be in Virgo time. Might be during the season of Virgo. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell me. So anywhere between 2 weeks, might be something around the 16th, the 26th, or during the season of Virgo. Early in the season of Virgo, with this being Page of Swords. Okay? So if it's at this point, if it's a waiting game for you, this is just saying keep yourself busy, doing something productive. Try not to worry about it or stress about it. for others of you, if you've had the interview, you're waiting back, just try to be patient. Don't try to force anything. For others, this is if you haven't had any, anything scheduled or an offer or anything like that, then keep applying. Keep applying and use your training. Even if you think, well, that's not really relevant, put it on your resume, okay? If it's something where you think it's not that relevant, or it's something that you think that's got nothing to do with this job, well, I'm not going to put it on my resume, There's something where you think it's not important, or you think it's not relevant, but actually just put it on there, okay? Because it's the details, okay? With the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, it's the details. So make sure your CV is tip top. Again, make sure you add stuff on there, especially if you think it's irrelevant. If it's to do with education, with training, with even if it's your own personal hobby, but you've been studying something, put it on the resume. I'm sure there's a section for that, where you tell people about yourself and your interests, because it's a detail that will catch someone's eye, okay? Okay, so that is the reading. I hope that, it makes sense. I hope it helps, no matter what you chose. And let me know. I'm looking forward to your thoughts. I'm looking forward to your comments, as always. But I'm wishing you the best of luck. I really hope the readings help you get what you want. Take care, and stay tuned for more such videos if you like them, okay? Let me know. If they're useful, I'll keep doing them because I like them. All right, so thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.